what's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm starting a new reading vlog, and I am super excited for this reading vlog because I am finally going to be reading some Colleen Hoover books. I'm really excited. I thought for sure I had read a lot more of her books. I've known Colleen Hoover, I've known about her books ever since 2014 I think is when I started noticing, when I started hearing from her, not from her, but when I started hearing about her, and when I thought I started reading her books. But I went on my Goodreads. So apparently I only read Ugly Love, which I remember reading Ugly Love. This is everyone's favorite book of hers. I remember reading this one, and apparently I only read Maybe Someday by her, which this one gets a bad rep. People hate this book and I don't know why, because I love this one. It's about music. I really like this one. I really like Ugly Love as well. But apparently those are the two books from Colleen Hoover that I have read. I thought I had read Hopeless, but as you can see, I have my bookmark and I've only read 25 pages of this one. I have a receipt that is dated 2015, and so yeah, I've only read 30 not even 30 pages, 25 pages, and I stopped, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up ever since. Probably because I didn't remember, and I thought I had read November 9, and then same thing, I have it on my Kindle, and apparently I stopped at 30%. I don't know why I never went back and finished it. I thought I had finished that book, but apparently I never did. I remember I for sure thought I had read that book, but apparently I never did. And so I thought this is the week to change that and read some Colleen Hoover books. So these are the ones that I have with me physically. I don't think I want to read Verity today, this week, because I think this is a more thrillery book. This one and Layla are more thriller type books, and I think I want to wait for maybe October to read this one. I think it would be a good time to read it. I think I'm going to start with this one because this one is from my library, as you guys can see, and it's due pretty soon, and I cannot extend my loan on this one, so I need to bring it back because someone put a hold on it. So I need to read this one first. I'm really excited to start with this one, and I will talk to you guys when I read a little bit more of Reminders of Him. So I'm back inside. I read a little bit of it on my hammock outside, but first of all, it was getting really hot. And also, I think it rained yesterday, so there's a lot of mosquitoes outside, which is not very fun. So I'm back inside. I'm going to read on my couch for a little bit. I've read quite a bit. I've read already 40 pages of it, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I really like, I don't know, I've been really into people in prison lately, so I'm really liking this book so far. It's about this girl, Kenna, who served 5 years in prison, and then she had a kid in prison. And so she's back in town and she wants to get the custody of her daughter back. And then she meets this guy named Ledger. Colleen Hoover always has the weirdest name, I feel like. And they meet in a bar, and he's immediately attracted to her. He falls for her right there and then, which feels a little bit insta-love, but anyways. And so, but he's connected to the family of the family that has her daughter. I don't know the connection with that, but we do get one connection already. I follow a girl she's on YouTube, she's also on TikTok. She's called Jessica Kent, and it's basically, well, not really, because she was a drug addict, and I don't think there's drug in this so far, but it's basically Jessica Kent. She did prison, I think, for a year, maybe a little bit more than that, and she had a daughter in prison as well. And I don't know, I've been watching her a lot in the past couple of years, and so I've been following her for the last few years, and so this kind of reminds me of her. I'm kind of imagining her in this position. I don't think they look alike at all. I'm really liking it. It's really good. I think it's gonna be one of those really emotional, which Colleen Hoover books always are normally, but this one especially is going to be very emotional. because from I've got spoiled a little bit, but I know that the people that has her daughter doesn't want her to be involved in her daughter's life. I forgot how readable Colleen Hoover books are. They like so easy to read, and you're just flying through them really quickly, like without even realizing it. You're like this much far into the book. They're so yeah, she has a very readable writing style, which I like. I really like it. So there's also letters. She writes letters to her ex-boyfriend, who we know died in a car accident. We don't really know exactly why she went to prison. We know like a little bit of it, but really not in detail, which I'm guessing that's going to be a plot point, because normally she does have plot twists in her books. Anyways, I'm gonna sit on here and read a little bit, and I will talk to you guys when I read more of it. So it's been a little while. I've been reading for quite a bit, and I've read like almost, well, more than halfway through actually. I've read 180 pages and I have this much left. And I'm hitting a wall. I don't know if I'm just tired or if I'm just, I don't know. I think I just need a break a little bit, but this is a hard book to read, guys. This is not an easy book to read. This is not like a fluffy romance at all. The topics are really heavy. It's really sad, and it's just such a hard situation. I feel for both of them. I feel for like both sides, and I can see both sides. And it's not just like she did something that was kind of shitty, and she made a mistake, and so I can completely understand the other side, but at the same time we're reading from her perspective, and it just feels so sad, and it's like heart-wrenching, because it's just, she just wants to know her daughter, and she just wants to be part of her life, and she's just like, oh. And she's not a bad person, she just did a bad thing. So I'm gonna take a little break, because like I said, I just need to clear my head a little bit. Hey guys, it's the next day. It's actually pretty late. Yeah, it's like almost 11:40, and I wanted to come on here because I did finish Reminders of Him last night. You guys saw footage of me reading the last few chapters. I cried in this book. I shed a few tears in this book. In the end, I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was so freaking good. I just was so sad. I don't know if I'm gonna rate this 5 stars, even though I did cry. I don't cry that often in books, but I mean, crying does not mean it's a 5-star read automatically, but it is like a 4.5 stars. I just don't know if it's like top tier material now, but it was so good. I really enjoyed it. I loved the letters that she writes to Scotty. They felt so personal, and they felt so real, and you really got to see like a glimpse of her in those letters. I think it really helped us feel for her, because she did like a terrible thing. She's not a bad person, but she did do a terrible thing. So it just helped us connect a lot more with her, and we really get to see her love for Scotty and how their relationship, and how she really did love him, and I think he loved her too a lot. I just wish we had a little bit more of her like as a person. Like I wish we had a little bit more of like her you know, like actually as like a person, like her hobbies and what she liked and what she didn't like. And maybe it's because she just got out of prison for like the last 5 years, so she doesn't even know that, but it feels like we really got to see her as a, like, we really got to see her in her relationship with Scotty and then with Ledger, but we didn't really get to see her as a person, like, independently. So that's the only thing that I'm, like, not loving. But I mean, I really like this one. It was so sad. It was just so freaking sad. The writing was beautiful. Highly recommend this one. I really enjoyed this one. I did shed a tear. It's a 4.5 stars. Highly recommend this one. So now, I don't know if I'm ready to read It Ends With Us, but I think that's what I'm going to be reading, because I need to know. I need to know what this one is all about. I thought I was gonna start with the lighter one, but apparently I was watching some few reading vlogs last night, and like a few people do cry in this book, so that's my bad. I should have looked it up a little bit more. I didn't realize this was such a sad book. I'm gonna start It Ends With Us kind of right now. I think I'm gonna read for maybe an hour or two. Colleen Hoover always has some of the best first lines, so do you guys want to read it with me? As I sit here with one foot on either side of the ledge, looking down from 12 stories above the street of Boston, I can't help but think about suicide. Yeah, she always has some great first line. I think I'm gonna annotate this one. There's a few things that I would have want to highlight in this book, but it's obviously a library book, so I couldn't highlight in this book. But I think I will be annotating this book. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Okay, so it's later and I'm on page 80. I just got to chapter 7 and I am liking it so far. I feel like this one is more of a romance than the other one, I think, kind of. At least there's more of a romance plot right now. We have Lily, who just lost her father, and she goes on a rooftop to kind of be alone, and then she meets this guy named Ryle, and they have like a moment and everything, and then they never see each other again for like 6 months or something, and then they meet again, and then they are connected, and Lily is opening a flower shop and everything. So, and there's more of a romance plot in this one. I'm not sure where it's going so far. We'll see. I haven't really read the back, but there are letters in this one as well, same as reminders of him, but I don't know why in this one letters are so long. I don't love them. She is writing to like Ellen DeGeneres, which feels weird. They don't have the same reaction out of me. They don't have the same impact on me than the ones in reminders of him, so I'm not sure if I'm loving the letters in this one, but I'm liking the book. It reads super fast, like super quickly, and so that's really good. I'm loving Alyssa, her name is, like her friend that she makes, her assistant or whatever. I'm really liking her, and so I'm liking the book. I just don't know where it's going right now. I thought the guy was gonna come back and play. Maybe I'm just like not far enough. I am really liking it, and I'm just gonna continue reading, I think.
Hey guys, so it's the next day and I wanted to come on here. I'm outside right now. I kind of look like a mess. I want to go work out in a little while, but I haven't eaten all day, so I wanted to eat something, and then I'm gonna read for a little bit, maybe like half an hour, and then work out. But I wanted to come on here because I did read quite a bit of it last night, like this much, and I have only this much left, and I needed to take a break last night because this was getting so heavy. It was getting too much for me. I needed to take a break, so that's why I could have finished it last night, but I just wanted to take a break, just like take my time with it, and just not. I'm outside, I'm sorry for the noise, and just I wanted to process everything. I am loving it. It is very sad and very hard to read. It is just, I knew it was, I don't want to spoil anything, but I knew that event was coming soon. I knew it was going to happen, but once, like when it did, it just hit me like a brick, like a ton of brick. And I think that was the point. Everything was just flowing super smoothly. Everything was just fine, and then it hits you, and you're like, what the hell? And I think that was very purposely done by the author, because I think that's how it's done in real life. I have this much left. I really don't know where the book is going. I'm gonna read, and I will bid you later.
I'm fed up with changes. Come pick me up, cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. Yeah, I just see your face where ever a look, she's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left,
it was way too hot outside. I was dying, so I am back inside and I'll continue reading a little bit.
yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
My camera just died, but I just finished this book. I just finished the author's note at the end. It was so good. It was so good. I don't have any words right now. I don't have any words right now. I want to put you down somewhere. 5 stars. 5 stars. Oh my god, I love this one so much. I tabbed it. The beginning was a little slow, I will say, but I think it's, like I said, it's really on purpose because those things that are talked about in this are like, you know, it's very realistic. I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, I guess you kind of know what this book touches on, but like I read the author's note, and the comments that I said the first time the event happened was kind of shocking and kind of out of the blue, and it was just like, wait, what? It's exactly like that was her, she made it that way, and it's exactly what happened to her mom, and this book is dedicated to her mom. For my father, who tried his very best not to be his worst, and for my mother, who made sure we never saw him at his worst. This was so good. I don't really have any words, but this was so good. Now I need something light and a little bit less like emotionally taxing, because after reminders of him and this, I need something lighter and something bubbly. I need a fun romance book because I didn't cry in this one. I don't know why exactly. I think because I didn't read the last portion of it like in one sitting because I got distracted. A maintenance guy for our AC came today, so, and he literally came when I had like 2 chapters left, so I had to, you know, but the last words of the book without the epilogue, that made me tear up. I was like this close to crying. And then I read the epilogue, and then I read the author's note, and I cannot wait for It Starts With Us, which I'm hoping it's actually like the continuation of this book, and it's not like, because apparently it's from Atlas' point of view. I'm hoping it's not like the first, like the first half of the book, but like, or the whole book from his perspective. I'm hoping it's actually like an actual true sequel, because sometimes authors do that. Like, should I pre-order it? I feel like I should pre-order it. I feel like it's gonna sell out. Oh, so it is actually, okay, so switching between perspective of Lily and Atlas. It Starts With Us picks up right after the epilogue, revealing more about Atlas' past and following Lily as she embraced a second chance at true love while navigating a jealous ex-husband. Interesting. I hope she doesn't make Ryle too mean or anything, because I like that he had some good spot and he had some bad spot. I like that he wasn't all bad, he wasn't all good. Anyways, that's pretty much it for now. Like, I just wanted to come on here and tell you that I finished this book, and I'm really glad that I did. I don't think I'm gonna pick up my next Colleen Hoover book right now. I need a little break. I need a book in between, and then after that I might pick up Hopeless. Hey guys, so it's been a few days actually. I read, well, not a few days, 2 days. It is Sunday right now, and I finished The Recursion by Blake Crouch. I didn't really love that book. I liked it a lot, but not, I liked Dark Matter a lot more. But I'm ready to get back into some Colleen Hoover books. I was kind of looking for an audiobook. I'm going to get started on dinner, so I want to listen to an audiobook, and I was kind of hoping Hopeless would be no, nothing. It's all on hold, obviously, because Colleen Hoover is super popular. Maybe it's on Scribd, but I canceled my Scribd. Well, I didn't cancel it. I place a hold, like I put a hold on it. But if they do have it, I would love Confess. Should I read Confess?
It has the audiobook on script. I've heard some really good things on Confess. It's actually been turned into a movie. A lot of people say it's very underrated for Colleen Hoover. I'm gonna go get started on dinner and I'm gonna start Confess on audiobook, and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, so it's the next day and it is Monday night. It's about 10:20. I wanted to come on here because I just finished listening to Confess as an audiobook. And so I wanted to come on here and kind of talk to you guys about it and tell you my thoughts and just close off this vlog, because I've read 3 Colleen Hoover books and I'm really happy about them, and I'm really happy about my weekly anyway. And so Confess, I don't really know how I feel about it, very honestly. It's probably the one that I like the least out of this reading vlog, that's for sure, and probably the one that I like the least out of all of them. I mean, I didn't hate it, but so basically the story is about this girl who sees this help like wanted sign on this gallery art and she needs money, so she goes in and she meets this guy named Owen, and he makes art, like painting, out of people's confession. So like the concept of it is pretty cool, and she has a backstory that is, I don't want to talk about it because I think it's a spoilery thing. And he also has a backstory, a little bit of like interesting backstory. And so they meet and it felt very insta-love. I felt like their romance was super insta-love. Even with reading like the prologue and everything, if you read it, you know what I mean. Even knowing the entire backstory, it still felt insta-love, and it kind of felt just not convenient. But I felt like the prologue was kind of just like, ugh. It was cute, but I don't know if I liked it or not. I think I'm gonna give this 3 stars. It's honestly, I liked it. I thought it was really cute. The concept of it is really cute. There was a lot of things going on though. There was a lot of things going on at once. There was like their love story, her backstory, his backstory, and then their story coming together. There was a lot of things going on. It just felt like, whew, okay. I would still recommend it, especially if you like Colleen Hoover. I think you would like this book. I made a good choice reading a book in between, like especially like a thriller, like a different type of book in between, because reading like a lot of her books have similar things. Like, I don't want to say she has a formula because she really doesn't. Like, all of her books are pretty different, but it's still very Colleen Hoover-esque. I feel like that book reminded me a lot of reminders of him. But I like reminders of him a lot more. So that's pretty much it for this vlog. I read 3 Colleen Hoover books this week. I read Reminders of Him, It Ends With Us, and Confess. I loved Reminders of Him and It Ends With Us, both 5 stars, and then this one 3.5 stars. So we're kind of ending this vlog on a sadder note, but I'm still really happy that I read those 3 books. I really will be reading more Colleen Hoover. I will be probably reading a lot of her backlist. Let me know what is your favorite book from Colleen Hoover in the comments down below. I would love to know which one I should read next. I might do a reading vlog on that one, and I will see you guys in my next video.